There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Having PTSD. Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan.
Hey, it's Marta.
Hey. All right, so here we are. I don't know if I should change. I was actually in the middle of Cyberpunk, doing my cyberpunky-ish stuff. It's Christmas time, but I don't know if I have red or anything reddish for Titan style. I'll see what I can do. Oh, there you go. Titans are my trigger. Okay. Anyway, ho. Marta, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm
Sorry
doing
about
good.
the delay,
Also,
guys.
Finals.
Yeah, we had a problem yesterday, a technical problem, and so now we are here to do this. I'm a little bit more awake because it's nighttime for me and it's morning time for her, opposed to the reverse. So we can make this happen. So apparently, let me check out the Discord, because a lot of people there were a lot of comments based on our last reaction.
I didn't even do any research. Oh, I feel
as you shouldn't have to. That's my thing, is like anything that somebody really wants you to really like enjoy, they usually put those previously on whatever or something like that. Like I that's what I feel, especially like the Mandalorian, like syndicated shows or whatever. And I know a lot of Japanese writing tends to be kind of out of sync or whatever, but I feel like we did enough by watching that recap video that we saw on YouTube, that like 15-minute recap video that recapped all of season 3, because I knew going into season 4 from season 3, the last thing I remember was Mikasa, Eren, and Armin at the ocean tasting salt water getting into their eye, and Eren was looking forward towards the great beyond. And I'm like, all right, cool. So that's where we're leaving off. Okay, here we go. Right. So then open up to this wasteland and shit. And I'm like, war zone. And I'm seeing what looks to be the blueprints and the designs of the wall that we're all familiar with, right? Like it was like circle, it was like layer, circle, circle.
Yeah. It was like dug in the ground. There wasn't
not to mention lots of nods to World War II, even a little bit of the Vietnam War, especially World War I. A lot of like nods to that kind of setting. I'm like, okay, based upon season 3, I guess we're back in the past again. We're seeing what's going on in those notebooks again, and then sooner or later they're gonna show Eren closing the book. Okay, well, interesting. Like come to find out, apparently so many people are so more in tune to and keen to this show than we are, that's the actual future. I'm checking out the Discord here for Attack on Titan. Let me take a look real quick. You guys can go ahead and join, because that's the only place I'm reading comments from the fans, because I can't deal with people on YouTube trying to ruin the show for us. So that's why all the comments are blocked, as I mentioned before. And then on Patreon, my thought process here is on Patreon, if people are willing to pay to see our reaction and full reactions, then the last thing they want is to spoil anything, so I don't have to worry about people coming up here spoiling stuff. So here we go. So Danny Rigg wrote, the first episode of the new season takes place after a time skip. Okay. 4 years have passed since the last season. The war that Reiner and the nation Marley were in was happening on the mainland against an army who were taking advantage of Marley's crippled state, since they both lost the colossal and female titans. Okay. I know it's confusing to tell what is happening right off the bat. It took me a while to figure out everything when I first read this in the manga, but I felt you should know this since you're not confused in later episodes. And then other members of Discord was like, yeah, man, it's totally important. The manga is all over the place or whatever. And then they say,
Wow.
exactly. Yeah, exactly that, because they won't tell you outside of dialogue. So there you go. So there you go.
What? That's in the
Your mind is
future?
blown, right?
What the heck?
Because like it was weird. Like I was wondering why. Now I understand why the dislikes were like there were so many dislikes in that video. I'm like, wait, did we say, was I talking some shit about the trailer, or did like about the show, or did you say something bad or whatever? Because that's usually the only time where they're yeah, we like it, dislike and subscribe. But I was like, okay, and people are like, oh man, your reaction was so wrong. I'm like, to what?
Okay, but how can someone's reaction be wrong? That was our genuine reaction.
I don't know. Yo,
Like,
I was talking to some other YouTubers as well, and they're like, yeah, dude, I completely thought it was the past. The only indication maybe, which I saw some people talking about how it was like the future, was the fact that Reiner had a beard. Motherfucker don't shave? Like, I'm
really?
like, that was
Really?
it. Reiner had a beard, and Zeke also had an even longer beard. I'm like, really? That's the indication.
Worst. Yeah, that's the worst.
That's the worst.
indicator.
There is one thing that Zeke was saying, and I was kind of watching when we were watching it live. Zeke said something about losing the Colossal Titan and losing Colossal Titan and the female. Like he was saying, like there's been some time since we lost it, but I honestly thought that he was talking about even previous to that time, because the main thing I was thinking about was, yo, doesn't the king or queen have the ability to wipe everybody's memory? So my thought was basically we were watching something in the past, and the reason why we never heard about this is because everybody's memory was wiped before they started building the walls. So whatever. Oh well, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not fucking watching everybody's spoilers before watching these episodes. I like to keep the reactions pure, and that's the beauty, I believe, of sometimes going down the wrong path. Like, then you definitely know we're not up here researching some shit. So Attack on Titan's been out, I just realized it's been out longer than, oh no, almost as long as I've been living in Japan, actually.
Wow.
Like Attack on Titan's almost 10 years old, if you like the actual anime. And it's only got 4 seasons.
4 seasons and a stupid movie.
Right? No, 2 stupid movies. You forget about that.
Wait,
and they
movies? I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know they made a sequel to that live action movie? Yeah.
No.
Like let me put it this way, because like I'm spoiling the second live action movie for some people, but I don't think you want to care. Basically, let me put it this way. It goes to the point where, and this is when season 2 had come out in the anime. So in the live action movie, they're basically like the Titans were the Titans were a formula that was created by the US government to take over.
What? What?
This is a legit thing of this version of the story. And my girlfriend and I were just looking at each other like, yo, this can't be what the manga is gonna be focused on. So yeah, it's bad. It's pretty damn bad. But now I kind of feel bad thinking about it, because I just realized that only a few months ago, the main guy that played Eren killed himself in Japan, like a few months ago. Like, it has nothing to do with that movie, but COVID affected him a lot. And all I can say is the best thing that came out of that movie, the live action movie, was the fact that Mikasa looked fine as hell. But the rest of the story, Sasha is actually pretty good. Sasha is probably the only character that matches exactly like the anime. She's actually pretty cool to watch. Everybody else is in name only. Yeah. Anyways, you know what? I think we are gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to find it somehow. That'll be a live action. Like, when this season is over, that'll be something that you and I can just watch and just be like, compare it Avatar versus
Trash it.
yep, Attack on Titan. Which one is the worst? Avatar versus like who did it worse? All right. Full reaction is available on Patreon, guys. Make sure you check it out. Support the channel, support the site. And again, if you want to comment or whatever, the full reaction is probably your best place on that. Second to Discord. Your latest reaction to the latest episode of Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin, starts now.
今こそパラディ島作戦を再開し、始祖の巨人奪還を急ぐべきです。
Okay, so it was on the island.
マーレは今後通常兵器のあの忌まわしき脅威、グリシャ・イエーガーの行いに終止符を打つのは私でなくてはなりません。
Yep.
Wow.
What's up?
Okay. See, they should have done that from the get-go. They should have established the timeline. That, what, minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Yeah, right.
Clarified
yeah.
so much. Why did they do that with a season premiere? The final.
I think they were. It was
supposed
to be a sizzle. I think they were just supposed to like have a nice sizzle like that, basically.
That wasn't a sizzle. That was confusing as hell. That was like.
I get you, but that still was dope.
That was like cooking blindfolded.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
I agree. Like they explained it a lot more.
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
ケツの吹き方が独特なんだ。
Oh my god, fucking Nazis, man.
What is about asses today?
Right?
同じ意見だ。島を攻めるには戦艦の支援が必要になるだろう。ええ。そして何より敵の脅威は巨人だけじゃない。
Ooh.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Having PTSD. Fucking yeah, oh my god.
Oh yeah, she's dangerous.
Motherfucker having fucking flashbacks too.
マルセルの記憶を見たのか。
いや、だが全身のユミルって女のことは少し分かった。
Ymir.
大層な名前を付けられた哀れな女だ。
Oh shit, so they killed her.
Yes.
So she's done.
あの女の意志だろ。
Got it. Okay.
じゃあお前はあの島で何をしたんだ?
I wish we could actually pause it and like
Yeah.
女の記憶を通し
ガビたちに顔を見せてあげなよ。すごく心配してたよ。
So what you were saying is exactly right. So that other dude, the one that was talking shit, was basically got Amir's power. And that's why he looked all funky, yeah. And so I'm assuming this
That's why he looked really small, really short, but then he had the
Right.
mask on, so that was like his special form.
And I'm assuming this one was the like transportation titan.
みんなも無事だったか。ガビ。
Oh, this is so interesting to see him in a different light.
普通です。
Kind of, yeah.
マルコ。
どうも。
Though,
私たちレベリオの本部に帰れるんだって。
with a sunken ship in the background. Right?
こんな機会めったにないよ。
Flashback. Yep. Yeah, there's Annie right there.
Oh,
So when they were younger.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Annie and yeah. That was definitely his flashback when he was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Annie was the real obvious one. And remember, so he's the next up to be the Beast title.
Yeah.
目をつぶろう。 また見事に担がれたな。
兄に酒を飲ませるのが悪いんです。
Ah.
調子に乗るから。
He's protective of her.
今お前なんて言った？9つの巨人を継
One
承
of
す
the
る命を
nine.
冒涜し
No,
た。
I think he wants
Yo,
it.
his face.
これを報告したら、お前はコルトや親族と共に巨人兵器に加えられる。
待ってください。発言を訂正させてください。戦士候補生ファレコぐらい。
Falco Grease.
己の一族を悪しきユミルの力解放するべく、
Mm.
この地を生涯マーレに捧げます。
では9つの巨
That's
人
so
を継承
sad
する
they're
命を
brainwashed like that.
お前がガビを救い出すんだ。この真っ暗な俺たちの未来から。
Interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, I want to pause that.
I want to pause it. This is different.
Damn it, anime. My speed reading level is still not high enough. So wait, she's like, how long did they get to inherit? 13 years? 15 years?
13.
13, so she's only 15 right now. Wait, 14. She's 14 right now.
That would be nice.
Fucking A, man. This is like so weird, though. They're basically Nazis, man. Like,
they're slaves.
well, not even that, yeah. But I'm like, yeah, they're like Jews fighting in the war for Hitler. It's so,
right, yeah.
Like, let's not kid
and they
ourselves.
They don't even.
Yeah, they're not even trying to
nice.
hide. Yeah, yeah.
They have to go back to that. They have to go back to
right.
that.
That's a good point.
Like slummy area.
Wow,
but I mean, that's where their family is. So okay, I get it.
Man.
But
this is some wild shit.
These are people who are gonna be
wow.
Titans. They should get better treatment.
But that's also a way of keeping them down. Yeah, yeah. That's the remember they sold out Grisha.
Yeah, no shit. Oh my gosh.
That's so fucked up.
That's so terrible.
That's so fucked up.
But I like how they're going into this, touching into the emotional trauma.
Right. That's okay. So they're under that conception.
Delusional.
Right.
That's delusional.
Right. Right. All right. 5 years. Right.
5 years.
Because remember, he went in as a
trainee.
Yeah, like as a cell. Yeah. Sasha. Wow. That was one of the dopest slides. That's fucked up. You took Eren? Probably talking about. Oh, probably wow. That could be a bunch of
single-minded fool is
right.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow. This is like some North Korea shit. This reminds me more of North Korea than anything.
Whoa! The fuck was that all about?
I don't know. That was so random.
That was a cyberpunk 2077 suicide there. It's all the time in the game. Yeah, that's definitely the transport Titan because that one's always
she's tired as hell.
Yeah. Warhammer.
Warhammer?
Right.
何より巨人大戦でフリッツ王を退けた一族として諸外
Ooh.
世界
New
の
Titan.
傾けざるを得ないでしょう。
この部屋にはいないか。
I don't recall him saying that.
I think it's just a recap.
俺はまた行くのか。あの島へ。
Dude, he really hates that
God. So we just 2 episodes in and we have no idea what's up with Eren
or Mikasa or the what's the friend's name? I forgot his name. I'm bad with names.
Yeah, so am I. The bald kid and Sasha. And I heard that
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say who we thought was the owl. Apparently, that's John or Gene. You know, the one, the really dick boy, the one that only thought of himself and shit. You know,
I don't
you know
even remember. It's
Don't.
ringing bells, but
he was the one that was. He was the one that was in competition with Eren early on in season 1 and season 2, and he was like so jealous of him. Remember the
Is he the one that sabotaged his equipment, right? In training?
No, Annie sabotaged it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Wow, my memory's really crap with this show.
Sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure Annie was the one that sabotaged the equipment. Armin found out. Actually, I don't remember.
Armin, that's his name.
Right. No,
Blondie.
Armin, yeah, Armin the Titan, remember? Yeah. But no, damn, now I can't even remember who's that. I thought it was.
No,
Annie.
you're right. I think it was her. I think it was her because
Armin called him out on his shit. Yeah,
that was the scene where they wanted to lure her.
Right, and
they
then
were
she
suspicious of her being a Titan.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she went ape shit, and then she crystallized herself.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened after she crystallized herself, like in this weird like time period.
Right.
I need to better understand this founding Titan thing. Just because like I can't remember like the storyline with Eden's father.
Right.
And him giving the Titan serum to his son, to Eden, and everything. It's such like a small. I feel like it was a small episode, but they packed so much into it that now I'm like forgetting the details.
No, but see what the thing that we're trying to remember here is really early on, like season 1, we saw that injection and shit where Grisha gave it to Eren. He was like, "Oh, just do it," and then that motherfucker just wakes up. And then it wasn't until like episodes later you find out like more of that story. But more importantly, what we also find out is that Eren actually eats his own father and shit. And that was sad. That was like in a fucking intro, and then it wasn't until episodes later that we realized the whole reason why it was he wanted that to happen, like because he wanted Eren to end up getting the attack Titan, which on top of that was the control Titan as well.
Yeah, see, this is the part that's these little details about what he's mixed with is what's like throwing me off, because I feel like now I need to go back and like really look at that, and so that we can kind of follow. Like he's so, like in the last season he was so important. He has this like unique ability to control the Titans.
So my guess is the fact that like this is without ever really rewatching any of these episodes or not watching any theories and not being on message boards or whatever. This is literally just one time watching and going to the Shingeki no Kyojin museum last year, which I could barely understand anything that they were posting because it was basically all manga that they were posting, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to know too many spoilers.
Yeah.
So some of this is actually looking kind of familiar because that transport Titan, and then like the thing that they were talking about, that one Titan they were talking about with the whole family. I remember they were spreading they were spreading images all over the museum last year, but since the manga had yet to come out, I was like, damn, I don't want to see all this yet. Anyways, my theory here is the fact that the founding Titan was one of the historians, or the Historias, which is also the Marleys.
Oh, that family.
Right. But if I remember correctly, I think Grisha actually ate one of them and took that power. He busted in on the ceremony. He was like, nah, y'all niggas are fucked up. I'm gonna take this power. And he ended up taking the power. And
and he killed everybody.
Right. And which he later passed down to Eren. So that's why Eren's eyes were changing different colors and shit, because the founding Titan has the purple eyes, if I remember correctly. So
I didn't even pay attention to the eye colors.
Yeah.
I just okay, that was the detail that
Something
I forgot.
like that.
Like, oh, okay, I see the image now. I remember that
right.
the building that they were doing that ceremony in was blown up, and then you see this Titan
Right.
coming out of the flames, and yeah, that was the story
Something
of
like that. Yeah.
Historia's family.
And then Marley was also a big ass Titan too. Like the Mario looking dude. He turned into like this like sloth Titan or something. I don't know. I don't remember which one that was, but he was like this big ass like small. You know what I'm talking about? Remember that one episode?
No.
Okay, so like the Mario, Historia's Historia's father was a Titan also, or something like that. And he transformed into this like big ass slow Titan that was like just trying to hug the wall and shit and put all his weight on the fucking wall.
Wait, are you talking about when
that was season?
Are you talking about when he licked the liquid off the floor when the syringe broke and he turned into that nasty creature?
Oh right.
So he turned into like this giant mutated Titan.
Right. So he wasn't actually one of the 9. He just got some sort of.
That was somebody's the syringe that broke though
was just to
something that was.
No, okay. You know what it is? Because he has royal blood in him. That's why he transformed into something a little more bizarre. Maybe that's what it was. He's not one of the 9.
I think it was his lack of royal blood that made him not compatible with the Titan. That was whatever Titan it was.
Because if that was the case, he would just turn into one of those normal aberrants and shit. That's the thing.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? So because everybody was getting injected and shit into that.
Yeah, but no, but that I feel like that specific syringe that cracked and fell on the floor was a specific Titan held from
Special
like
Titan?
Yeah, I don't remember.
You know what? Maybe that's exactly what we'll have to do on Patreon only or something. Like you and me will just have to sit through. So that one website we went to where we saw the recap of everything that happened in season 3.
That was season 3.
Season 3B. Maybe what we'll have to do is go back to that website and just literally do a reaction to
the whole thing.
Yeah, season 1, season 2, season 3, and then we'll just be like, okay, good, because there's no way I'm watching all those episodes again. The happiest I was with the series was when it was like just kind of streamlined with this and like, they're fighting something, but then when they started expanding that story and bringing in Historia, season 3, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about all this going on. Like I was like, okay, all right, and then especially now this season kind of cemented it. It's like, okay, so now we really got to be watching the side of the Nazis, so to speak, and like that's some depressing shit, to be honest. Like,
it really is, and just the fact that like I was saying when we were reacting that like they're so brainwashed. That shit reminded me of North Korea and how like some of the North Korean people are so dedicated to the dynasty there that they completely reject even their relatives that managed to escape to South Korea. It's a very reminiscent for me of that North Korean, South Korean conflict. And then when he mentioned that other countries were coming in to like visit Marley, that reminded me of like, Korea, oh boy, the US is coming in to tip the scales.
I could see that.
You know, so
on their side, the Marley side or whatever, they got Jaw Titan. We now know it's not platypus; it's called Jaw Titan. It's then they got Gremlin Titan. I call it, but we'll call it Ymir Titan or whatever.
Tiny Titan, yeah.
Tiny Titan. Teen Titan. They got Armored Titan. They got Beast Titan. But
and then they have the Warhammer Titan that they just mentioned in this episode for the first time.
They don't really
that
have
royal
one,
family.
Right. So that's
they're gonna
5.
try and get him.
So on the other side, I'm assuming you got Control Titan or Attack Titan. Then you got
Female Titan. Technically, she's in crystal. If she, maybe she switches. Maybe she gets out of the crystal and is on their side still.
So you got you got Attack on Titan. You got Attack Titan, which is Eren. Then you got Armin, which is Colossal Titan. Then, like you said, somewhere on that side they got Female Titan, locked up somewhere. Are we missing anybody? Like, is that all? Are those all the Titans that are like that?
That's all the Titans that we've been introduced to. Yeah.
So far, right?
What about the Founding Titan? Founding Titan somewhere.
Oh, which would be Historia, right? Maybe.
No, she's not a.
She's just royal blood.
Yeah, she didn't. She should have been the one to take the injection.
Right, but she didn't. Okay.
But she didn't.
Okay, but she does have.
She's
some
compatible. She's very compatible with it, and
Armin kissed her. He learned. I mean, not Armin. Eren kissed her. Her ring.
Yeah, her hand.
Yeah, right. Right.
So there's something they definitely made that an important point in the previous season, and then also the fact that he had to. I remember that line where he's sitting in that courtroom chamber looking place when they're discussing it after she becomes queen, and he's like, he says to himself like, I can't tell anyone about what happened because then they're gonna drag her back into it or something like that. So I think that's going to be a really important detail going forward.
All right, we're done. what a weird. I think we literally spent more time talking about this show than actually watching it.
Yeah, especially between this review and the previous one.
Seriously. Good luck, KR. If you want a full reaction is available on Patreon. Make sure you check that out if you want to see more of us actually watching the show than discussing it. And like I said, if you want to talk about it, it's on Discord. We have a little chat room just for you guys. My moderators are there to make sure nobody spoils anything and spoils the fun. Unfortunately, with YouTube, it's just not possible to really get proper moderators and vet proper people on YouTube. YouTube just has never been that sort of function of like having a real chat room discussion type of chat. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's never really been like that. Like, you can appoint mods, but it's not like it's ever been under control. So Discord is much better for that. Our Patreon. So there you go. All right. And people stop messaging me on Twitter or of all places, Instagram. Stop trying to private message spoilers about Shingeki. It's so retarded. I'm going back to Cyberpunk where things make sense.
You're going back to Cyberpunk. Are you going back to the place?
Oh, I'm definitely jacking in. I'm jacking in real hard. No lube. Later. Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye.